Hey guys, it's me, Stormie, and I just wanted to take a quick few minutes to talk to you about Mercury Retrograde. What is Mercury Retrograde? Give you some things that you can really do during a Mercury retrograde to maximize your use of the energy, and I'll also give you some things that we try and steer away from and really not to do. So Mercury retrograde is when one of our smaller planets, he's small, but he's very, very effective when he goes retrograde. Mercury's over communication, decision making, information gathering, the mind. So when Mercury or any other planet goes retrograde, it's like it's moving forward, going right along through the zodiac, right? And then it slows down and turns around and turns away for us and looks as if it's moving backwards, right? Now I say it looks as if it's doing that because really it's just an optical illusion. But in astrology, doesn't it paint a beautiful picture? But it's literally like the planet decides to take a nap. It turns around, wraps its comfortable planetary blanket around itself and shuts down for just a little bit. Now Mercury goes retrograde about 3 or 4 times a year for about 3 weeks at a time. And we've got one coming up very soon, probably if you're watching this video. So really, when a planet is retro means back. And that's exactly what we do during a retrograde. So during a Mercury retrograde, we're going to look back at communications. We're going to look back at decisions we've made. We're going to look back at what's been on our minds. Things like that. Things we've been talking about, we're definitely going to look back over those as well to make sure they're tidy, they're edited, they're revised, they're reviewed, they're reevaluated. It's all of the things, going back to and redoing these things. Now, some things that we really do talk about during a Mercury retrograde are that things like people go wacky. And think about it. If a planet is facing backwards and it's causing us to go back inside of our heads, we're all living up here then in our heads, right? And it's foggy because we're not getting the full blessing of forward energy. So it's like a fog up here. So if everybody on the planet is turned around facing backwards, but trying to also walk forwards, which is the perceived backwards, that's a big mess, right? Like everybody's looking the wrong way. So we're going to be walking into each other. We're going to have clashes. We're going to have collisions with each other. We have to be mindful that everyone's in a mind fog at this time. Now, one of the other things that we're also mindful of are technology and our gadgets and things like that, because Mercury just makes your cell phone go haywire, your computer's probably going to go bananas. Whatever it is that's an electronic device really has the chance to have a little bit of a flip out during a Mercury retrograde. Now, here's some things that you should and shouldn't do during a Mercury retrograde. One thing is, do not start new projects. Don't start new things. Don't start new contracts. Don't sign any contracts, especially not new ones during Mercury retrograde, because the energy is not sturdy. It's not solid. You don't have the best communication at that time. Another thing you don't want to do during a Mercury retrograde is you don't want to buy big stuff, right? Like this is not the time to buy that big screen TV. It is just not the time to make huge monetary purchases and things like that. It is also not a great time to start a new relationship because that is kind of like a contract. So you want to avoid that if you can. During a Mercury retrograde, don't try to push and force yourself forward. You're going to make yourself 100% crazy. Now, some of the things that you can do during a Mercury retrograde are reevaluate your contracts, reevaluate your relationships, reevaluate the way you communicate with people and the way you present yourself. Another thing you can do is, if you're already dating, re-look at some of the magic that had started for you, right? Get back into that. Take it back there. See what's still working so you can get ready to scrap what's not. Now, my final thing I want to tell you that you do want to do during a Mercury retrograde is reunite with people. Old people come back into our lives during a Mercury retrograde like crazy, so reunite with them, have some fun, look back over those relationships. And my last don't for you is we do not freak out and hide because there is a Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is a natural part of what's going on for us. We have to have time to slow down, to reflect, to reevaluate. That's the only way we can move forward without making the exact same mistakes over and over and over again. So down below, if you click the description box, I've put the dates that we're going to experience some Mercury retrograde for the upcoming year. So feel free to check that out. And do not be freaked out by a Mercury retrograde coming, because it is coming at least 3 to 4 times this year. We know that, but we're all going to make it through it and come out better on the other side. Like this video, comment, share, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye.